In this lecture, we're going to show how to create a section view. With section view, we can show a cross-section of the object along a specific cut plane. So with section view, we can see what is inside a specific cross-section. To use a cross-section tool, let's go to View Layout, and here we have section view. Let's click on this tool. To create a section view, we need a cutting line. And here we have 4 cutting lines. The first one is vertical. Then we have horizontal. Then we have auxiliary. And then we have aligned. And we're gonna cover all of those. But as well, we can create our own cutting lines. So first, let's go with vertical. And if we wanna use a vertical line, we have to check Auto Start Section View. Let's click this, and now we see that we have a vertical cutting line. And now depends where we want a cross section, you can just click there. For example, we want to see the cross section here. So click here, and now you can drag this section view to left or to right. Let's go to left. We see that the name of this section is LL. We can change the name here on the left side. We have a label. Let's type in A, like this. We can also flip direction to this side, as we see now, or to this side. Let's click OK. Let's go to section view again, and here we have horizontal. Let's try horizontal. So the same thing as with vertical, but now we have horizontal cutting line, and we can position our line where we want. So let's start here, and now we can go up and down. Let's go up like this, and we can change the name to B, and OK. Let's go to section view, and the next cutting line that we have is auxiliary. Let's click on this, and now first we have to choose our center. Let's start here, and now we have to define at which angle will be this cutting line. For instance, we can define something like this. And now we have our section view. We can also change the name to C, and OK. And the fourth one that we have is aligned. With align, first also let's choose a center point. Now we have to define an angle of this cutting line. We can go here, and we have to define an angle position of the second cutting line. We can define something like this. And now we have our section view. This is OO, we can change to DD. Now, if you click on the section AA, let's go to our properties. We can change here display style. The same thing as the views that we shown before. So we can go shaded with edges and so on. And we can change our scale. We can use sheet scale like this, or we can use custom scale. We can change to 1:5 like this. Let's go and let's change to 1:1, and OK. So those are all standard section views that we can create using standard cutting lines. But we can also create our own cutting lines. But before we do so, let's delete our section views here. Just press on it and delete. Yes. This one, and this one. So let's go again to section view, and let's choose horizontal. But now we're gonna turn off Auto Start Section View. Let's turn off, and let's go with our line here. At this point, let's click here, and now we have some options here: arc offset, single offset, notch offset. So we can choose, for example, notch offset. Now you can see you have the picture how it looks like. So we can define the second point. Now you can see the second point here, and now we can go up and down, and we can choose our position where our cutting line will be. If we want to define some dimensions of this cutting line, we can go here to edit sketch. Let's go to annotation, and now we can define the dimensions. Here we can put 10. Here we can put, for example, 50. We can click OK, and we can exit sketch. And now we got this section view. Let's click OK. So let's go to section again. Let's go with vertical. Let's turn off auto start section. Let's click here. And now we can choose, for example, single offset, like this. And now you can play with this and create something like this. You can also go with arc offset. Let's click OK. And let's go to the left side. And this is how you can create your own cutting lines. There is a second way how you can create a cutting line as well. And this is that first we create a sketch. So let's go to sketch. Let's choose a line. And now we can draw a cutting line that we want. For example, we want something like this. This, and this. And OK. And now we can also put some dimensions if we want. Let's go notation, smart dimension. Let's put an angle here. 125, like this, and OK. Before we start using section view, we have to select all of those lines. So you click on the one line, hold Ctrl, and then select the rest of the lines. And now we go to view layout, section view, and we have our section view here that we got using our own defined cutting line. And those are all options how you can create a section view in the SOLIDWORKS drawings.